Good Monday morning. So I have an object lesson today, and my niece is holding the phone for me today, not Philly. When Philly and I moved, I know we've shared that story with you. I don't think I fully realized, because I don't think you can in situations like that, I don't think I fully realized the magnitude of leaving my people and my community. I lived in Nashville for 30 years. And even though I had spent 2 years of my life building this house and walking through this journey with the Lord of healing and discovery, I did not in any way foresee the pain of leaving my community and my people until I was gone. And we were a couple weeks in, and I was shedding a lot of tears, and I was in the middle of this baby that I had birthed. Here I was with this newborn in my hands that I had poured my soul into, and yet my heart was feeling this void and longing and ache and pain, and it just felt so contradictory, if you will. And I was on the phone with a really good friend who happens to be a counselor. It's always good to have a few friends who are counselors. And I was describing it to him because I almost felt guilty for feeling the way that I felt. And he said, Denise, he said, we had an arborist come by one time because we had this tree that we had just planted and it looked like it was dying. He said, and the arborist told us that the tree was in organic shock. And I thought, oh my gosh. He said, that's what you're in. He said, you're in organic shock. You've been transplanted from your environment into a new environment, and it's not that it's not a good thing, it's just different from where you were. So when we planted this birch tree a couple months ago, maybe a month ago, I actually watched the organic shock process, because you can see the dead leaves, and honestly it looked 10 times worse than this like 3 weeks ago. But you can see all the dead leaves that have come on this brand new tree because it was taken from its environment and placed into a new one. And I think my message to you, to me, is often we don't have a lot of grace for ourselves in seasons where we're feeling one way and it feels contradictory to where we should be. So say you're a new mom or a new dad and you've just had a baby, and it should be the most incredible time of your life, but yet you find yourself like crying in the bathroom because your soul is in organic shock. Even if it's this dream that you've had for years, but all of a sudden the way you knew life has been uprooted or changed. Maybe you've relocated, maybe you've gotten the job of your dreams, maybe you just got married and it's what your heart's longed for, and you're like, why am I feeling so crazy? It's because sometimes in the process of giving birth to things, other things have to be let go of for that thing to thrive. So, if you're in a moment like that, if you're in a moment where God's transplanted you from one season to another season and you're grieving over things from the past season, give yourself the grace to grieve what you need to grieve while still resting in the faith and the confidence and the hope that you are exactly where He's put you. And it's okay. Things may get catawonkus. Leaves may fall off, but God is still present. So just lean in to where you are, trust where He's led you, and know that what falls away may need to go, but He is rooting you and planting you in a deeper and different way. So, it's called organic shock. It's real. And you may be going through it, but it's okay. Give yourself a little grace on this Monday night.